Okay, here's the amp. I'm going to do my best to give you as good a video as I possibly can, showing you how to put these tubes back in as I take them out. So, like I said, the screw, I lost the screws on the panel a long time ago and never really need them. I just usually put a little piece of tape here and there and it was fine. Never had a problem with it. And then I can just pull that off and get to the tubes real easy. So here's what you got. Starting from on the back side, where the inputs are, you've got 3 preamp tubes, 2 power tubes. The closest to the inputs are what we call the low gain tubes. This is to keep the feedback down because your microphone is different than a guitar pickup, and it's much more powerful and it creates some feedback on a normal guitar amp. So this one was modified. So I have got the two 12AU7s here and here. This one is the Mullard tube, this one is the National tube, and then there's a 12AX7 that goes there. I'm also including 3 other 12AX7 tubes to go with it. And these are the 2 power tubes. I think they're 6V6s or something like that. But those are brand new Ruby tubes that were just put in. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little piece of blue tape, and pardon me for a second while I pause. I'm just gonna set the camera up right here. And I am going to take a little piece of blue tape and put it on the front of all the tubes, so you know that that is the side that faces towards the back, towards this side. So I'll put the piece of tape right here, 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 and here. That way you know that that has to be there, and the pins will match up when you push it in. When you put the tubes back in, do not force the tubes. They should fit in there and just push in smoothly. If you have to force it, you're going to bend a pin. If by chance you bend one of those pins, just pull it back out, take a look at it, and try to bend it slightly with your finger, really gently, so that it's symmetrical with the other pins. You'll notice it when you see it, but you shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to take these out as easy as possible. So here we go. Let me cut this little piece of tape here and put that there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, on the front side of each of these tubes, I'm just going to place a little piece of painter's tape there. Hopefully they stay on the front side of the tube, so you know that or in the back side of the tube, I'm sorry, so you know that that is what faces out. Okay, so it should look like that when you put them back in. And you take them out. These just very easily. There's one. And then when you put it back in, just like that, match it up, push it in, and it's in. Really easy. And if you take them out, just gently give them a light pull, like a little back and forth when you're doing it. And those are the preamp tubes. Those are the 3 preamp tubes. I'm going to set those aside. Like I said, one of them, the first one is, it's marked 12AU7. There's an M on it. It's a Mullard tube. That's a very old, rare tube. The other one is a National, and it's a 12AU7. You can see it right there. That's the National. That's the second tube from the inputs. And the third one will be the 12AX7. And that is also, that's a web core. That's a British, oh, I'm sorry, that's the Mullard. My bad. 12AX7. Hold on here. Let me just look at these again. I'm confused. Hold on. Okay, I remember my confusion. I'm old. My confusion is it is a the Mullard is the 12AX7. I'm sorry, and that's a British made tube. I'm gonna have to do something here because I took the tape off of that. So let's find where the center is, and I'll put that back in the way it is. And also, if you look, you see the pins, the way they're designed. There's a space at the top. If you look at the actual soldering on the inputs, you can see that space is towards the back. And it should just fit and line right up. So let's put that piece of tape back up there again. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so those are out. Now I'm going to go to the power tubes. And on the power tubes, you've got these little releases. You just push up and wiggle, and it pops right out. And these are JJ tubes. I'm sorry, not Ruby tubes. Same thing. Pretty much the same thing. But they're brand new. Those were done at the same time that I had the amp modified. Okay, so the tubes are out. I'm going to wrap those individually and pack those inside here. That is your line out. You can plug a 1/4-inch plug from there into like a DI box, or some mixers allow you to go right to the mixer, and that will send the signal to the PA, and it's a pretty good replication of what it sounds like from the amp when it goes to the PA, and then you can use your PA kind of as a monitor. Anyway, let's see, what else can I tell you about this? There is the speaker input into the fender is right here. Those are wired up to the little buddies. You're still going to need to do a little breaking in on those. Those things maybe have an hour on them. And it's probably going to take, I don't know, 5-6 hours of playing before they actually break in and become what they're designed to become. They're pretty close to it now, but they're crunchy. They can handle the volume. They're super expensive speakers, about 150, 160 bucks a pop. Anyway, so I'm going to, all the tubes are removed. I'm going to put the plate back on. I am going to individually wrap those. I'm going to place them inside the amp, and I'm going to stuff the amp with some packing and protect that. And I'm going to protect this as best as I can, wrap it in bubble wrap, and then pack it in a box that has some handles on it so people can actually pick it up and move it around. It's pretty heavy. It's 50 pounds. Those speakers are heavy. Anyway, thank you for buying it. This has been a fantastic amp. I'm just too old to be able to lug it around. I hope it goes to someone who can put it to use and really blow the snot out of it. If you're a harp player, this is a fantastic amp. If you're a guitar player, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Anyway, thanks. I'll send you the link to this, and enjoy. Please send me any messages you need if you got any questions when you get it. Thanks a lot.